Let us go then, you and I, when the beers are spread out on the table like clouds in a sweet blue sky. Let's go by certain half-deserted roads, carrying our loads of crap that our wives insisted that we buy. Although no matter how much we try, we'll never win a single argument with their innocent intent, or get an answer to the question, how much did this cost me? Let us go and make our visit in the room where women walk about with glasses full of Irish stout. The yellow lager that every man drains, the yellow pea that splashes down the drains, makes it worth working till the evening through the bosses and the outright pains. It's plainer buttocks on the bar stools, or slip to the floor, bottle in hand, and seeing another A-Team rerun, curl up on the sofa and fall asleep. And sure, there will be time for the yellow lager and stumbling into the street, erasing all of our worries and strains. There will be time. There will be time to prepare lies for the spouse that you will meet, to stare and wonder when called a reprobate, and time to play with rubber bands while thinking of reasons to be home so late. Time for you, and time for me, and time yet for another 100 snap decisions, and 1,000 regrets and attempted revisions before the taking of another toast in a pea. In the room where women walk about with glasses full of Irish stout. And indeed, there will be time to wonder, did I pee there? And why should I care? Time to turn back and fall down the stair with a bruise on my delicate derriere. They will say, how is asses growing fat? My morning drink, my double chin, my annoying cat, my stained shirt looks good with my pledge pin and hat. They will say, how his head is getting fat. Well, should I care about the universe? In a minute, there is time for snap decisions no one can reverse. For I have known them all already. I have known the drunks, the barmaids, the jackass brays. I have measured my life with TV trays. I know the voices from each sitcom, eyes closed, and the words to music from the living room. At least, that's what I presume. And I have done the gals already, done them all. Or maybe a few in my alcoholic haze when I was sated, sprawling on the bed. The ones who looked so fine that you'd pin them to the wall didn't really look that way at all. But with my wily ways, I was good to them for days and days. At least, that's what I presume. And I have fired arms already, fired them all. Shot down elk and grizzly bear, and also a unicorn with silvery hair. No game would I ever dress, although I like the powdered perfume of success. I prefer not to see the blood at all. At least, that's what I presume. After a drink, I begin. Shall I drink openly at dusk in narrow streets, or in the smoke-filled bars and corners with other lonely men in shirt sleeves, leaning over a spittoon, each thinking, I should have been a movie star, making it with a model in the Blue Lagoon. In the morning, the evening, it drags like a queen, drags like a bunt down the right foul line or like a clock above the exit sign as my mellow mood comes round and mean. And should I, after missing a traditional wastebasket toss, have the balls to prank the boss? But though I have laughed and overeaten, barked and brayed, though I have regretted each pronouncement, I drink, I predict, I make announcement of deeds I'll do beyond my power, and I have seen the eternal barman hold my glass and glower and ask me if I'm driving. Oh, but it is worth it after all. After the ale, the martinis, the vodka Collins, among the porcelain, among some talk of crap and pee, we find out what our paycheck fetches, which is mostly spite from ungrateful wretches who want to make us sober drones, like my born again and again sister, who says, I am Shirley MacLaine, come from the dead, returned to tell you, show you how to think. And I, with the ice compress on my head, I say, you can't make me not ever think much less pry away my drink. Oh, but it is worth it, after all, to see the world in its warmest glow, to watch the sunrises and the sirens and the shining glass on the streets, to watch the movies, the horrors, the skirts hiked high above the thighs. Every part of life sends you shivers and thighs. If you were drunk right now, you'd know what I mean. Whether you're enlightened and fat or holy and lean, oh, but it is worth it. You know it's worth every pain and every penny, every effort and strain when you lie back on the grass with red wine and a red-faced woman thinking, this is what I've worked for. This is exactly what I've worked for. No, I am not Prince Charming, nor was meant to be. I'm an evil lord or just a banal fraud, one who would do anything to advance my trivial cause, to seduce my wife, to dine and play, obstreperous, full of abuse, overfull with laughter, but with leaps into the fray. At times, indeed, I'm of little use, but my life does not give me pause. I grow tired, I drink double lattes and get wired. Shall I scratch my fat behind? Do I dare to throw the peach? I shall wear blue denim trousers and walk upon the beach where I have heard the donuts singing each to each. It's a catchy jingle, meant for me. I have smelled them from across the sea, rode to meet them, all sprinkled and chocolatey, like so many things, each a lonely ecstasy. I've gorged myself on life and custard cream, rowed my boat further, for life is but a dream full of donuts, drinks, experiences without number, and no one can wake me from my slumber.